Okay, I'm just currently uploading the Walhalla Tulakola video with nothing but GoPro problems. So I've got the Hero 7, so it's a few models back, but it has the same issue as all the new ones. So all the way through 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, they all have the same issue. They all overheat, they all freeze. It just so happens that this one's doing it way more often than it used to. It used to just replace the batteries, like get some new batteries and it would fix it for a while. And then off we go again. But I just can't rely on it for what I want to do now, so I think it's time to go shopping. Okay, finally got it. Took forever to find someone that actually worked in the store that could actually unlock the cabinet, but got it. Now let's put on charge and see how this one goes. Hopefully it's a lot better than the GoPro. So back home now, I've been testing out the Action 3 for the last couple of days. So when I mount this up to the helmet, I've got a few little ideas I want to try and see how that goes. So I'll show you my current setup. So this is the setup that I have with the GoPro, just with the chin mount, going into the USB-C to 3.5mm GoPro adapter to a Rode TRS lav mic inside the helmet. It's a bit of a neat little setup, but as I said, just issues with the camera, just freezing, and then you go to save it, and it's just a whole bunch of issues. I want to use this as like a secondary camera somewhere on the bike, somewhere where I can see what it's doing and only used for a couple of minutes at a time. But what I'll do now is I'll change it over to the DJI and put that on. So to mount the DJI properly to the helmet, I got a small rig cage, which you can see there. And the reason I got this is so I can put a Rode Wireless Go 2 receiver on top here and then use the wireless mic in the helmet or down into my jacket and plug it into the lav mic. So with the small rig cage, you can connect directly to the selfie stick that comes in the Adventure combo, and then no matter what distance away the selfie stick is, I still have wireless mic. So that could be way up in the wind and I still have proper audio. It's a little bit of a hassle in that I have to turn 3 things on to do it, but we're going to see how we go. Right, so let's mount this up into the cage and then onto the helmet. Okay, so to mount this in the cage, we need to do a couple of things to the camera. Just need to take this door off, and unlike the GoPro where you have to pull out, you just roll these over and they come off straight away. Take that door off and unscrew the lens. Just make sure about the orange O-ring just stays in its position because it can come out. Then we open the back of the cage, put the unit in, close it up. It's a nice click. Wipe over the lens just in case you got something on it. Okay, so there we have it in the cage. Really like this because we've got a little pin on the front, undo, and we can still access battery and SD card. And we have 2 points to actually mount the magnetized clips onto, so we can do vertical or standard horizontal. And then we still have access to plug a microphone into, being USB-C on this as well. All right, let's mount it up to the helmet and see how we go from there. One thing I really like is these magnetic mounts. It makes it so much easier if you want to take the camera on and off without having to undo this screw. So once this is mounted up, you're pretty much good to go. And then you can just mount the camera. Clicks on. Just get the angle right. And then all you need to do, push the two buttons underneath to release the levers. And you're good to go. On top here, we've got a cold shoe mount. And that's where we're going to put the wireless receiver from the Rode mic, which I have plugged into this camera at the moment. So I'm just going to unplug that and we'll have to run with audio straight out of the camera and we'll see how we go with that. So that's as simple as placing the receiver into the cold shoe mount on top, putting the camera in position, tighten it down, and then a standard USB-C to USB-C, just a little cable. I think this one's 150 mil, I think it is. USB-C to USB-C, and you're good to go with your mic. Now you can place this into your helmet, depending on your helmet, directly like that, or what I'm going to do, take the wind cap off and then run this down into my jacket and run it like that, and then use the Rode Lav mic inside my helmet like I have been. Just going to find a slightly better position for it because where it is, it's catching a little bit of wind noise underneath the lip of the visor, but we'll work that out. And then that's how I'm going to run it for the time being until I can find a decent USB-C mic to plug in. Obviously a standard straight USB-C mic would be better because you don't have to turn three things on, but an advantage of this is I can leave the microphone in my jacket, just unplug it, disconnect this straight away, put it onto the selfie stick, and we're off walking again straight away. And then no matter how far I extend it out, it's going to work, which I'll go show you right now. Okay, so just outside, going to test out this selfie stick with the mic just to see how far we can actually get it, and the audio should be exactly the same. That is a massive selfie stick. Like, I'm just in the frame now. I don't know why you need it to be this long, but yeah, I think that should be a good setup, especially if I get off the bike and I need to go do something fairly quickly. I can just whack the selfie stick straight on and then turn around, show what's going on. But yeah, this is definitely an option for how I'm going to be traveling along. And the battery life on these Rode mics is actually pretty good, and they don't take long to charge up. So this is how I'm going to roll for a little bit, I think. So all I need to do now is mount this back up to the helmet, and in the next video we're going to go check out some big things. See you out there.